Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's Santo Domingo taking on Norfolk. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars in the sport. Bo Bichette, always exciting to see him in action. And it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat. Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence.
Let's take a look at our lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
And takes low for ball one. Bounced up the middle. Bichette tosses to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Adley
Rutschman up now. He didn't just play baseball while at Oregon State, Singy. Adley was also on the football team.
Yeah, that's right. Adley was a place kicker his freshman year, averaged 60 yards per kick, and we've all seen the highlight of him tackling Christian McCaffrey. Not an easy feat.
20 plays made there, and that retires the side. Half inning complete. Back here with my pal Singy. And starting this one, Cole Irvin. What should we keep an eye on here?
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. They pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. Liner caught at second.
Batting third.
Okay, let's check out the lineup. Hoping for a good showing in this one from their cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Kind of in a power vacuum right now, if you will, Boog. 0 home runs in the last 10 ball games, and that's not what you expect from a guy that hits in the middle of the order and has shown power in the past. So we'll see if he's able to put something together, get something going.
Henderson slings to second, double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Top of the second, Anthony Santander at the plate. Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in.
Santander.
The wind and the pitch. Ground ball left side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. That leaves him without a throw, and they can't get the out.
Batting fifth. The first baseman.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. His 12th of the season. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Fires over to Guerrero. 1 out in the second.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So digging in, Heston Kjerstad. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kikuchi, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Japan. And the 1-0. Hey! Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Batting 8.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
1 down. And next is the designated hitter, Nick Maton. First pitch, and he just misses. Man at second. Fought off foul. And now the lefty. And strike two.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike three.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jorge Mateo now. Hit hard. That gets through. And that'll put runners at the corners with two away.
Now batting.
And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. That one fouled off.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Kerstead at third. Mateo on at first with two down. Lifted in the air, right field. And that is Springer. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Baseball, and it's on the show.
Leading off.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to
baseman.
go for the last half of the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Irvin back to work. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Ripped to third and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one lifted to left. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Waste no time there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job. Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
In the air, right field. Squeezes it. Two down.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
And a base hit up the middle. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. He's set.
Picks himself up an RBI. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Runner at first with two away. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Just missed. One run across in the frame so far. Bottom half of inning number two. That misses. And that's ball two.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. A massive home run. His second home run of the series. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Alejandro Kirk, the next to hit. Bounce to the right. Mateo sends it to first. And that will end the inning. It's a beautiful Springer dinger here. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back.
Leading
top half of the third inning. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. And a pitch.
Westberg.
Bounced out to short. Bichette. Now the throw to first on the run. One up, one down. Here's Adley Rutschman. Rounded out his first time.
Adley Rutschman.
That's to third. And a couple of quick outs. Anthony Santander will hit next.
Anthony Santander.
Slice down the right side. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And George makes the grab. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Kevin Kiermaier.
The center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Santiago Espinal getting ready to hit. On the ground to third. Whips it to Mountcastle. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting.
Bichette up to the dish. Thinking he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Mullins makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. 0 for 1 so far. That one's in there. 0-1.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Ripped on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Wanting to kick the pitch. That one misses. Ball 1.
Well, these guys, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. There's a swing and a drive. Varsho on the move. And in one hops the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Everything came together for him. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
One out, runner at second. Now the left fielder, Heston Kjerstad. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The pitch. And he swings through that one.
The baseball's coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a
and he can't come up with it. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. for, here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, these players doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Justin Turner now. This one high in the air to left center. Mullins settles under it. Mullins makes the grab.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And now the DH.
Schneider.
On the ground, 2 ball. Throw to second is offline.
The right fielder, number 4.
Now, potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
Springer, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. The throw in, it's offline. The run comes in.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
In the air, right field. And it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 3. So the batting order turns over. Here's Kiermaier now.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
Irvin won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Dylan Tate gets the ball now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Two on, 1 out. Out towards left center. Mullins sizing this one up. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sac fly. It's 6-2.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Next to hit, Santiago Espinal. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. A big swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
2 outs. Lifted in the air, right center field. Santander in pursuit. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. So they get 3 runs, 3 hits, an error, and 1 left on base. 4. The Tigers out front 6-2. Jorge Mateo, the next to hit. Kikuchi back to work. Line drive. So up next, Cedric Mullins. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Digging in, Jordan Westberg. Had a good eye there. Westberg, 25 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. Mullins over at first with one away. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. That's in there, and the count 1-2. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
The catcher, number 35.
And at first, Adley Rutschman will hit next. The switch hitter batting right. First pitch just misses. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Westberg around second, headed for third. Coming home. The throw to third, and he's out, trying for 3. But 1 run does score in the play before the inning ends. So they get 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Tigers lead it 6. Bottom of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Bo Bichette. There's a strike.
You know, this group of hitters really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Righty delivers. And down on strikes he goes. And there's 1 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And that one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Kjerstad on the move to the gap. Puts it away for the out.
The left fielder, number 25, Dalton.
2 outs, bases empty. Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Foul ball.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. And he deals. Chop to third. Turner to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
The first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Next is the speedy first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away here in the 2nd game of the series. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
That one drilled left field. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Henderson at the plate now. That's ball one.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
At the belt and fires. That just misses. Now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Just off the inside edge.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Around third. He scores, and now just a 2-run deficit. And he'll make it into third with a triple.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
And the batter now, Heston Kjerstad. There's a strike. The 0-1. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And here it comes. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Next is the designated hitter, Nick Maton. First pitch misses. Kicks and fires. Hey! Moving in the bullpen, Chad Green up and loosening in the pen. Swanson getting loose as well. And strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, out to left. He's got it, and that's the third out. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Mike Baumann.
Now pitching.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So now Turner into that right side.
The third baseman.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Now it's the DH.
Schneider.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the righty deals. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And that one is lifted in the air, and it drops in. And that keeps the inning going. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Kirk at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Bounce to the left side, and foul ball.
One ball,
1.
2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. Out to short, Henderson. And that is the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Yimi Garcia. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Leading off for
stepping in, Jorge Mateo.
The second baseman.
1 for 2.
Jorge Mateo.
The pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, these guys, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Right-handed reliever. Just misses with that one.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
That one just misses. This one in the air, right field. Springer there makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Now batting,
1 for 3.
Cedric Mullins.
Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Good eye right there. High fly ball out towards left field. That one's carrying. It's a ball. His 21st of the year. It's 6-5.